Hello, everybody. This is Stephen Whitfield with Drilling Contractor here at the 2022 IADC Annual General Meeting in New Orleans, Louisiana. And with me right now is Matthew Begnaud, U.S. Upstream Energy Leader at Marsh Specialty. And we're going to be talking about the energy insurance market. Mr. Begnaud gave a riveting presentation on just sort of the state of things, where everything's going, what people in the industry should be looking out for. We're going to chat a little bit about that here today. Matt, thank you so much for joining me.
Hey, good. Thank you for having me.
So I'll start off with a bit of a softball. Tell us the state of the energy insurance markets right now. What do people need to know?
Well, the state of the energy insurance market is really, it's not in a definitive place, I would say. We're actually monitoring and trying to project towards the future right now. There's been a substantial announcement in just the last 6 weeks of a major European insurer withdrawing from the space. And this is following other European insurers' announcements regarding how they're going to look to underwrite energy business in the future, especially towards targets relating to net zero in 2050. And so to give a definitive position on exactly where it stands, I would say it's not definitive. It's something we're monitoring and looking for any significant changes.
One thing that you talked about a little bit in the presentation today was Russia. I guess that's on everybody's mind these days, how Russia is sort of impacting oil markets. But let's talk about how it impacts the energy insurance market. What are you seeing right now?
Sure. Well, there's a couple of different aspects to that. I mean, Russia was a buyer of insurance in the London market, and as a result of the sanctions, that's premium income that has left the market, and so now we have a premium pool that is smaller than it was before to pay potential losses. And it's also something that it's not definitive, but some of those underwriters that were writing that book, it's understood it was a very profitable book of business, and how that may impact their overall portfolio. You're also looking at just what I would refer to as the additional coverages, things such as offshore terrorism, war, and how underwriters are going to address those going forward in this time of uncertainty, which we haven't seen for quite some time.
And one thing you also kind of touched on a little bit was cyber risk. I mean, again, cyber risk is another big thing that everybody's talking about. Where do you see the energy markets go? How are they going to respond to the growing threat of cyber risk?
Yeah, a great question. And cyber's been a topic of conversation for many years now. And currently, the truth is there's not a great solution in the market for energy companies. There is a product, but it only really addresses the first-party physical damage side, and it's limited on the capacity available. And so typically, you're going to see an exclusion for cyber in those insurance policies, especially coming out of London, with the intent to not cover items that are for malicious intent. That's not including things such as bad coding or a system malfunction. But there seems to be a lack of capital attraction to the space, and I think it's really a supply and demand problem. Is there's the inability to generate enough premium to attract that capital for potential significant losses.
Well, Matt, thank you again for taking the time to share a little bit of insight on where we are in the energy insurance market. It's a great sort of topic, and I'm sure a lot of people are going to want to hear about this. So thank you again.
Thank you for having me today.
And thank you for visiting Drilling Contractor.